Krystine here at the Say No to Bullying Festival. Unfortunately, no matter what age you are, we all get bullied, including myself. Let's hear from some of our stars on what they do to handle it. Tell me about a time you've been bullied, and what was it about, and what did you do?
Oh, wow. How do I pick one? I was bullied a lot, kind of my whole time I was in school. I skipped 2 grades when I was really young, and that kind of made me an easy target. I was a lot younger than everybody. I had a lot more energy, and I was annoying, you know what I mean? Because I was excited about things. And I guess the time that comes to mind in high school, there were a couple of people who would tell everybody to put their bags on the chairs at lunch, so I had nowhere to sit. And then when I walked away, they would take them down and invite other people over. I wish I had some big exciting, like, this is what I did, but I just didn't worry about it. I mean, it hurt a little bit, but I found the friends that were really there and that really mattered. And I just kind of had to remind myself that I would rather have one really, really important person to me whom I trust and can spend my time with than be super popular. It just wasn't as important. And, you know, 2-3 years out of high school, and I really feel like that served me better than worrying about it.
There was one time in elementary school, a girl pretended to be my friend. And that was like extremely, because I was so young, and that was so heartbreaking to me, because at the time I was modeling, and so she was like, you're so stuck up, you think you're all that, and I'm like, I don't even talk about it, I don't do anything.
Through social media, I mean, I get mean comments daily, and I gotta ignore it, because it's people hiding behind masks. So I mean, it's just, you just gotta be yourself. It really doesn't matter what people say.
I first got to the United States, and I didn't speak a single word of English, so since the kids already knew English, and they had to translate everything I said to the teacher who didn't speak Spanish, and vice versa, they kind of just got tired of that. They really wanted me to just learn it already, and it was hard. It was a place where I was just dropped in there to another language, another culture, and I had no idea what I was doing. I was like 7 years old, and you know, they'd love to kind of just talk in English in front of me, laugh about me.
In middle school, before I went homeschooled actually, I did a couple of commercials, and people would actually, like, instead of kind of being like, oh, that's so cool, they would actually bully me about it, which is so odd. I kind of didn't care. I'm like, it's what I love to do. Let it go, take a breath, and just have fun with your friends.
I was bullied both verbally and a little bit physically. It definitely took a toll on my professional life, my personal life, everything around me, my social, everything. It just basically, like, it was so hard to deal with, but I reached out to teachers of mine and my parents and good friends of mine, and they kind of helped me through it. And I think it's really important to, if you are getting bullied, to talk about it with other people and vocalize what's happening, because then they can give you the advice and help that you need.
Going to school and people making fun of me for the way I dress or how I look, you know, all these really dumb things, but I feel like it's so important for people to know that it doesn't matter what other people think of you, you know what I mean? Don't let anyone make you feel less important than who you are.
I had this group of friends, and as the year went on, they were just kind of meaner and meaner to me, and they didn't treat me well. The whole time, I had this mentality that it was something I was doing wrong, and it was something wrong with me. And then I realized, it's not you. If people treat you poorly, it's them, and they aren't people that you want in your life.
In elementary school, I transferred kind of late in 2nd grade, so I didn't really know anybody else at school, so I was like the odd girl out. A lot of the kids thought I was weird. I was kicked out of games. I wasn't invited into games. Sometimes I got like the handball taken away from me. But as I got older, I made some more genuine friends that were there for me to back me up, and I still have them to this day. I still go to high school with them, planning to go to college with them.
I first got bullied in middle school by like the clique of mean girls in my middle school, and it was because they were all wearing makeup and I wasn't allowed to wear makeup yet.
In 5th grade, I was more of the, well, clearly I'm more of like entertainment based, and all the guys in my old school were like really like sport based. I never got picked for any sports teams. Everybody was always like, you know, they would crack jokes, they'd make fun of me because I'm into singing, I'm into musicals, I'm into all of that stuff, and you know, other people thought that was weird. But the way that I overcame it is I just learned how to love myself and block it out and ignore it, because you know, you don't pay attention to it, they eventually stop.
I have been cyberbullied before by actually a person I consider like one of my best friends. She just started sending me really mean messages. I told my mom, she told me what to say, and I think that's what everybody who's being bullied right now should do.
I have gotten lots of hate over Instagram, and all I do is ignore it.
I get bullied basically every single day, but I don't take it personally.
I was bullied about my height and my hair.
A time I've been bullied was actually about my hair. It was in elementary school, so a lot of people usually had straight hair in my class, so people were just like, oh, what's wrong with your hair? Like, oh, you wish you had curly or straight hair.
In school, I was bullied for the way I looked, for the way I acted, because I was always the guy doing funny voices or trying to make friends with everyone, and everyone was like, you know, what are you trying to talk to me for?
When I was in middle school, there was a couple guys who would book checked me, just like knocked my books down or kind of pushed me into a locker.
I was kind of bullied for the way I talked because I had a speech impediment.
I've been bullied about my hair.
When I was younger, I was teased because I was a competitive dancer for a while and an actor, so I was teased by people who were on the basketball team, football team.
I've been bullied many times. One of the things I've noticed about bullies is that it can be for literally no reason at all. It can be the way you dress, the way you smile, because they're jealous of you. And what I've learned through bullying is not to let it get me down and to rise above it, not to conform to their opinions of what I should be.
I wrote an anti-bullying song called Shining Star to reach out to people and help them realize the shining star inside of them and to not cloud themselves and to be proud of who they are, because what makes them different is what makes them unique, what makes us unique. And my motto to everybody is that don't erase yourself, embrace yourself.
For more, go to JustineMagazine.com. You can follow us on social at Justine Magazine, and be sure to get our issue in print or digitally. And remember, say no to bullying.